In no time at all, Cakobau School became renowned not only for its academic prowess, but also for its achievements in the sporting arena. The school, over the 60 years of its existence, has excelled in hockey, netball, and of course athletics. I believe in all the years that secondary schools athletics has been competed for in its different forms since 1952, ACS has always won the girls' trophy, except for about 6 of those years. It was climaxed this year, in 2008, when the school won the girls' section for the unprecedented 8th year in a row since the awards of medals. The school has seen many participants in international meets like the South Pacific Games and the Commonwealth Games. In 1954, for example, Seniana Sorwale became the first Fijian girl to represent Fiji overseas. And she did this in the long jump in Vancouver, Canada. The thrill of winning is always contagious, and the old scholars are always enthralled to see performances like Akes and Rotimi and the rest of the 2008 athletics team. Congratulations, girls. Keep the Waimanu flowing. The focus at Cakobau School is not only to educate girls to take their rightful place in society, but also to empower them to do the best they are capable of and be true to the motto to leave the world better than they found it. The girls are thus trained to be proud of who they are, their identity, their culture, and their heritage, and to preserve the Fijian way of life, its traditions and its teachings, in its finest forms. It was therefore fitting that under committed and far-sighted guidance, the girls who were selected from all walks of life for their academic ability became outstanding in many other respects, of which their singing, naive and faultless in perfection, became such charming and endearing attributes. The school choir excelled in the matchless purity of voices, giving perfect symmetry to the unique quality of the girls' unaccompanied singing. Its dancers showcase the variety of Fijian mekis and the different traditional costumes to go with each type. While other performers in Fiji were using crepe paper and artificial materials, the school resorted to stenciling its own tapa, using the different types of leaves like vasili and sadasada for costumes, and preparing its own vau for salu-salu and meke skirts. Some of you will remember the many vau expeditions into the forest behind the school and in Doloisuva. The school prided itself in reviving and promoting traditional music like Fijian lullabies and chants, using only nderua and lali for accompaniment. It made several recordings and international broadcasts, including the British Broadcasting Commission. As a climax to the growing reputation it had in the field of entertainment, the school choir ventured to expose not only its talents, but Fijian culture internationally by successfully touring the North Island of New Zealand in 1961 to 62, and then 10 years later again touring New South Wales, Australia in 1973 to 74. It became quite normal, therefore, for the school to play hostess to many visitors, who would very often come around to the classes for oral recitals. At other times, the whole school would be required to come and meet and entertain visitors on the central lawn. Amongst the notable of those distinguished visitors who came to the school were Ratu Kamisese Mara Uluila Kamba, when he first returned to Fiji from his studies in Oxford, Her Majesty Queen Charlotte of Tonga. I remember presenting her with a basket of water lily and noticing what beautifully soft and unblemished her hands were, and how tall and graceful and regal she was. His Grace the Archbishop of York, second in hierarchy in the Church of England to the Archbishop of Canterbury. Her Royal Highness Princess Alice of Athlone, granddaughter of Queen Victoria and grand aunt of Queen Elizabeth II of England. And Lady Auntie Maria Vasawali Sukuna, and members of the Cakobau Marama, including Lolohea Wangai Rawai, Andi Litia Tabana Vanua, Andi Asenada Tisawau, and other high-ranking ladies from all over Fiji. But of course, the highest honor given to the school was when it hosted Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II and His Royal Highness the Duke of Edinburgh, Prince Philip Mountbatten, to an afternoon tea on the school lawn in December 1953. The boys of QVS and RKS also joined ACS in providing the entertainment to the royal guests. The girls performed 3 mekes, one of which was a specially composed sesea for the occasion, sa dhuru na wangaturanga, at tomba kusuva mekelikinaya, wondomikina na nonda marama, ranandi nandiuke ni endinbara, dhurumada, adhurumada. The girls then rendered a repertoire of English and Fijian songs, including Uda na Uda, O Mbawa, Sing My Fiddle, In the Gloaming, The Long Day Closes, and of course the Water Lily Song. The boys performed a sitting meke known as Nongusalusalu na Meke Wau, and sang 1 or 2 songs including Wakarombuka Umbutisuba. The compound was spotless and beautifully manicured on that memorable day, and the gardens were a sea of colors with different flowers all blooming. Zinnias, asters, dahlias, dianthus, phlox, petunias, gerberas, Honolulu salvias, snapdragons, chrysanthemums, etc., etc., etc. The artificial rockeries by the workshop were simply out of this world. They had miniature plants adorning the crevices and spaces amongst the rocks, and floral creepers draped over jet black rocks forming a backdrop by the side. It looked like a garden in Japan. The shrubs of variegated leaves were trimmed to perfection, and the trees like the purple pride of Barbados and the pink and yellow cassius were in full bloom, as girls would recall these to be the right time of the year for them. ACS has never, in the 60 years of its history, looked better than it did then. The site of the Whakatunu, where Her Majesty the Queen and His Royal Highness the Duke of Edinburgh sat for the afternoon tea and entertainment, later became the site of the current tuition block. Ratu Sir Edward Cakobau, son of Andilitia Cakobau, and the chairman of the Board of Governors, laid the foundation stone of the tuition block in 1955. The entrance hall to the tuition block is inlaid with tiles, especially imported from United Kingdom, and patterned with traditional Fijian mat design so that it looks then and now, more than 50 years later, like a big Fijian mat, oidodo. The hallway is a memorial to Miss Winfred Salmon, the first matron. It was also the first project of the Old Girls Association.